How we doing, chat? How we doing, chat? Shit out the way. I know I gotta light my strong cigarette. Coming to you live from under a backpack. I want everyone to leave me alone. I'm waiting for people to pop in. Just as a check-in, see what's going on. There's people update for me. I'm not gonna bring attention to it, but you guys already know what's going on. You guys already know what's happening. Constant harassment. Man, where the fuck my lighter at? Nobody pops in, I'll wait until we get to 5 minutes and I'll end it. That last live got deleted, guys. What do you think happened to the last live? Why didn't YouTube upload it? What's happening? What's happening? I'm waiting for the chat to fill up. What happened to the last live, man? I hit end live and upload, and then it deleted itself. What I said on that live that made YouTube not want to post it, man. So you know me. You know what's going on out here. Yup. People are in bed. People are going to sleep. What time is it? It's 1:21. That's why I don't expect people to join. What's up, man? Arnav Ghosh, how you doing, brother? Where you coming to me from? How you doing, Arnav Ghosh? Yeah. I hope they try me. Where you from, bro? I'm from Vermont, brother. Where you from, bro? It's 1:21, and there's 21 people in the chat. Where you from, brother? What's up, Edbino? Keeping it cool. Yeah, I feel you. I'm bothering a bunch of civilians. They were staring at me, so I went live. India, what's it like in India? Yeah, I'm in US. I'd rather watch a tree grow or a Negro. I think a lot of Negroes, if I'm being honest, because trees grow really slow, but knees can grow pretty big, man. He's Brazilian, bruh. Aonde isso, cara? Comer mi pene. Arriba. No. Arriba. Anyone in here know who Kurt Kaz is? I want to know how people from other countries feel about that YouTuber Kurt Kaz. Is he respectful of your cultures, or is he profiting off of you? Bolivia. When I get my passport, man, you guys gotta put me on. I want to travel and I want to see the world. One time One time I as well. You ain't lying about that, Mr. Toad. One time we. Aqui in Brazil. Quiero hablo español. Girafa. What's lion? What is it? Do you have bears in Brazil? Brazil tiene bears? Question mark. You think about furries, bro? I don't know any furries personally, man. I know one guy that was a furry that told me his Viking ancestors coerced him into killing me, so he came at me with a hatchet in the middle of winter deep in the forest. And I had to fight him. I had to fight a 30-year-old furry that was in the military. Diddy Party looking depressing. Do you think, I think Tupac and Diddy were lovers. I think that was the big secret. I think Diddy killed Tupac as a ploy, and then they both ran away to Mexico together. Because Tupac is gay, and Tupac went to art school. Tupac was never in the streets at all. Hate to say it, Tupac was never in the streets. Tupac was a gay man that was in love with Diddy. And that's why they faked his death. And they eloped once Tupac became a legend. And then they retired that character to remain a legend. And then Tupac and Diddy went down to Miami, and then Jeffrey Epstein's island. You heard me? There's a bunch of kids out there. They keep looking over at me. So I went live. Yeah, I don't think Tupac wasn't real. Tupac never existed. What the creep ass? Why are people saying creep all the time? That's two people that entered the chat and said creep. For what? For what? Creep for what? Yesterday's tomorrow? What does that even mean, brother? Time isn't even real, brother. How many... Once I get my passport, man, I'm going to be going live with Jose Daniel. Down in Nicaragua. We're going to go to Caracas. What shit did I say? What shit did I say that was a creep? I'll watch your whole family eat dinner. Best movie of all time, man? Land Before Time, episode 2. No, it was, Land Before Time's a close second. The kids are done getting high on crack, and now they're leaving. What's the best movie of all time? You're on thin ice. Yesterday's tomorrow. I might ground your ass. Listen. It changes, man. My favorite movie in 2020 was probably Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Yeah, look at this guy. Keep jerking off, man. One day your dad might be proud of you. Alright. Now my best movie of all time, man? I don't know. I don't know, man. Interstellar's not that cool. I don't get the hype with Interstellar. I don't get the hype with Interstellar, man. Into the Spider-Verse was pretty good. Not the best movie of all time, but definitely really good with the animation, man. Doctor Strangelove, what the fuck is that? I gotta watch movies, man. I'm trying to get a RV and then a projector screen, and then I'm gonna pop out at the lake and put the projector on buoys and then throw parties at the lake. We'll all watch movies, and I'll sit in the back with an inflatable hot tub. Peep it. I might watch it, man. I'm watching might start watching Invincible. Might start watching Invincible soon, man. John Scoobin. I was waiting for them kids to leave, and now we're going to get my portable charger. I'll watch your whole family eat dinner. I'll watch your whole family eat dinner. I got mad tonight. I got mad and I wrecked this place. Look, I knocked down all the trash cans and cones because I was mad at these guys. I have anger issues. I have bad anger issues. Do a cartwheel for us. 50 gifted. 50 gifted and I'll streak at a football game. I think I need $50 and then I can get a phone and then I can go live with other people. We can do Discord calls and then I can put straight talk service on that phone instead of the capital of Vermont. Chat, I don't know if you know this, but this place is trash. Vermont is one of the most beautiful places on earth, but the people are trash. You could argue that they're bots in the Matrix. I got American Spirit Blacks today, chat. I got fucking American Spirit Blacks today, chat. I'm feeling good. Chat, I know you won't believe me, but I can call lightning down with my mind. I know you don't believe me, chat, but I'm a fifth dimensional entity channeling through this vessel to the people. Chat. Ah, man. You get some real losers that come through these live streams sometimes. It's crazy. I didn't realize how diverse the people were until they start commenting. If I was a bad bitch, I wanna fuck me too. I wanna suck me too. If I was a bad bitch. Chat, what's Pythagorean theorem? Chat, is everything in your textbook from Freemasons? Who cares? I want to go to Miami. Should I go to Miami, chat? Should I take a bus down to Miami? Should I get my passport and go to Italy? I want a country that's fun, that speaks English. The ratio of sides to a hypotenuse. I haven't been to Africa, but I heard the hypotenuse are pretty big down there. Fuck you. Chat, somebody offered me a Native American headdress that was really nice. And then a very rich man offered to buy it from that guy before he could give it to me. So I was going to get a giant green and black headdress for free. But then he was like, man, I posted on Marketplace and someone offered me $1,000 for it because it's authentic Native American headdress. So I took it. So I lost that. But he taught me how to make it. Yeah, they're creeps. Creeps is a reoccurring word today. People have been saying creep today. Not at me. What do panthers do? Do they stalk? When a panther's moving through the forest and quietly jumping from tree to tree to hunt one of those tiny, those wild boar. Is it creeping? Is it stalking? What's the word for it? Lurching? Lurking? What do hawks do when hawks are out hunting? Looking for crows. Are they hunting? Are they creeping around? Let me know, chat. Chat, do you think Theo Vaughn actually did drugs, or do you think he's making it all up? Do you think something tells me Theo Vaughn's like Theo Vaughn's from the suburbs of Ohio? He put on that character when he did reality TV when he was 17. It's kind of weird. The more famous he got, the thicker his accent became. But he was going more and more into Hollywood. He wasn't going in the South. If I was a bad bitch, I want to fuck me too. I don't want to fuck me too. Wake up! I want to fuck me too. Let's do a group prayer. Please, Lord, make that guy that I grounded come to his senses and realize that he's a loser. Chat, please pray for the losers that enter my chat that I have to ground and come back. Hallelujah. I'm waiting for my regulars to join, and then I might hop off at 33 if nothing comes up. Today was a day of rest. Not much happened today, man. But I went to a bunch of cool new places. Yeah, man, I mean, the BLM was made by a bunch of Satanists, right? Black Lives Matter movement was made by a bunch of Satanists. A bunch of Satanists, man. People that worship the devil, brother. BLM. I'll tell you what, I went to the 2020 BLM protests in my small town. And I was right in the middle. Everybody was around me. And I was with all my black friends. And who were girls. I didn't have any black friends that were guys. But I had a bunch of black girls with me. And I was doing it. I was going, Black Lives Matter. And I was raising my hand and screaming. And I was looking around like, what the fuck's going on? And everybody else was completely silent. It was all the kids I went to high school with. And kids that were in my elementary school when I was in high school. So the younger kids were around me. And there wasn't a lot of black people. I was like, it was all around me, and then we had the leaders of the black community in my small town, because Vermont has what you would call the Buffalo Soldiers. There was about 200 families that were black that went down, that were from the north, and they were soldiers, and they went down to the south to beat the South in the Civil War, and they all settled in Vermont. So most of our multi-generational families that are black are people that won the Civil War against slavery. And then we have a bunch, like most of the black population in Vermont is first generation African immigrants. But now after 2020, yeah, nobody cares. Now after 2020, there was a mass exodus from New York City. So places like Albany got a lot of people, so they've been coming in slowly. When you did Job Corps in Vermont, where were you in Vermont? And what did you do in Vermont? Vermont's one of my favorite places, man. It's just, the feeling isn't the same in New York. Upstate New York is nothing like Vermont in terms of how it feels, but the people are trash. I can't stand the people in the places that I've been to. When I ride through Virgins, that's not bad. That's not a bad place. Virgins is a nice place. It's full of very wealthy people, and it's very close to the lake. So what I do, here's a tip for anyone that there's only, YouTube doesn't show the amount of people that are here. For some reason, there could be 20 people. You feel me? But Here's a tip for traveling. There are places like lake houses. When you go to like big, richer neighborhoods like Virgins and Shelburne, Vermont, um, just travel around the lakes and stuff with your car, DoorDash and save up some money, and then go out there and you'll find there's a bunch of lake houses that people are only in for a week out of the year. And then who needs to go inside, right? You go to those places for the view. You don't go to a lake house to sit in the lake house. You go to a lake house to sit by the lake in a beautiful place that's safe and peaceful. So there's all these lake houses across Vermont, ski houses, that they're only there for 1 week out of the year. So you can just go there and sit on their porch and enjoy what they paid $1 million for. Yeah, you can just go to their house that they paid upwards of $3 million for to be able to use once a year with their family. And you can live there as long as you want. Just put a tent out in the woods. And then the same way they would go to bed in their bedroom and then spend the whole day on the porch, just go to bed in your car down the street a little bit and then spend the whole day on their porch. You have a $3.5 million lifestyle for free. That's what I did. That's how I made it through last winter. No, I don't crap on their doorstep. I crap outside the state capitol building of Vermont. And then when they try to press me, I bring up their childhood traumas and I get them triggered and angry. And then wait for them to call the police and then watch them get scolded by the police. I had he was a cop for 25 years. Now he's like a mall cop security guard at this Freemasonic temple where they used to rape and torture indigenous women and children. And he came out to bother me because somebody took a shit over there. He has no idea that there's a massive heaping pile of shit outside the governor's window. If the governor ever stepped outside for a cigarette, he would step in a whole slab of my shit. But this guy was really mad that another homeless person took a tiny ass shit right over here, and he came to press me about it for like a half hour, just in my face, trying to attack my emotional state. And I was like, man, your dad was pretty hard on you as a child, huh? He was like, yeah, he was. And I was like, yeah, that's why your daughter's ugly, because you have a giant fucking nose. I'm so sorry to hear that. She's gonna have a hard life because she had a delusional, brainwashed, white pride, skinny fat, no muscle, mall cop of a dad. Man, is it weird that everyone used to compliment my hair in high school and be like, what do you use? Why is your hair so beautiful? Meanwhile, I took a shower once every 2 days and I would bust a nut in my hand, and then that was my conditioner. I'd go to bed and lather my own nut in my hair. Clip that. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. And then my hair grew, and everyone was like, oh my god, and rubbing their hands through my hair. Like, why is it so nice? Meanwhile, I'm taking my youthful sexual essence, my spiritual essence, and lathering it into my hair every night before I went to sleep. Wake up feeling glorious. No, you wouldn't. Donut killer, you wouldn't get within 50 feet of me. I'd have a slingshot. Bow! Blah! One day I'm gonna have a giant dog. No, I wouldn't. Nope. I'm homophobic. How could I be homophobic? I only fear God. But I don't very much like gay people. Bruh, well, I shoot slingshots, man, so I'm gonna shoot that shit right back in your face. Guarantee you I'm more accurate than you are. Because I produce content and you consume content. BAM! My spirit guide said, you're heterosexual. And how come my shit's usually full up? At 1:43 in the morning, I've usually got 15 people in here. Yeah, you're on thin ice, buddy. I don't want to hear no gay shit anymore, bro. Yeah, that's gay. That's gay. California's like another dimension. I think California's possessed by the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things. I ain't even gonna cap. I think California's got some issues. I think California's got some weird issues. I think it's getting better. I'm hearing no, it's not. At least the YouTube content is less advocating for that culture because of now all of the things that are coming out about the LGBTQ movement and all the stuff that they do. That's a good one, actually. No, my girlfriend made me watch it at the time. No cap. Isn't that crazy? My girlfriend used to watch, because I had a brain injury. So she got one of the best guys in the small town, and then she had to get him when he was brain damaged and out of it. So my mom watched Supernatural, and my cousin and my aunt watched Supernatural, so I had to watch Supernatural. I would sit there with them and I'd just fall asleep. So I've seen it. I think it got really bad after season 3. After season 3, it went downhill. Season 3 was the peak. After that, it was trash. I ain't even gonna cap. Like Angel Wars, and Bobby died, and there was like demons that were coming through other bodies that would constantly harass the guys, and I'm like, that's real, but it's not very artistic, man. I don't. They made it more like a sitcom. I didn't like that. Except there was a season when they were trapped in a bunker somewhere, and that was cool. And that's the same vibe that I get from watching clips of streamers. Like if I was to ever stream, it would be a lot like Dean from Supernatural when he was in that bunker fighting demons. Chat to the nobody's gonna watch this, man. They don't watch back. But sorry to say it, somebody offered me a Native American headdress last night. Miraculously, a rich man offered him $1,000 for an authentic Native American headdress. So I'll take that as God was teaching me that that's a skill I could learn, that I could make a lot of money from. But I don't want to capitalize off somebody else's culture. I'd rather promote it in the best way possible, letting them shine their own way. And I'm just the gateway to allowing that to come into the YouTube space. Because if you look up Indigenous or Native American, they've got no content and no presence on the internet. There's just, some of them are budding out a little bit, but they all have like, it's like Native American women with white boyfriends that are trying to be rappers, and it's not like real. They don't sound good. I don't like their stuff. I love their culture and I love their spirits, but they're not expressing themselves correctly right now. So maybe that's it. Oh look, American Spirits right here. These are the strongest cigarettes you can buy in America. These shits are hit deep, bro. So I'm waiting on the regulars to pop in. I want to do a check-in with my subs. I want to see how my subs are doing. And maybe I'll talk for a minute about what I'm going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow's a 6th day. It deals with home and family, so I feel like there will be a stronger relationship with the community. So I feel like it will be easier for me to talk to the NPCs. You heard me, chat? I've got 7 days, right? Is it the 15th? Yeah, I have 7 days to get to Mount Mansfield before Leo season ends. I'm not happy with my progress, but I'm still going, man. Tomorrow, we go until we die, right? So tomorrow I'm going to get the bike fixed. And I have 7 days to get to Mount Mansfield, which is about 40 miles away. And then I just have this strange feeling things will start to work out for me. I'm feeling more and more like I'm gonna have to drive a truck. Chad, I'm feeling more and more like I'm gonna have to be a truck driver. I was expecting a rich man to come in and see me working hard and to drop me $15,000, and then I would be able to save the world. But what I ended up getting was a bunch of energy vampires and pedophiles and weird people just harassing me all day. Crazy shit happened. I was expecting people to want to see the tree grow. But what I got was people pretending that their knees grow. If I was a bad bitch, I want to fuck me too. Fuck Latugan. Chat, I'm trying to get $60. And then I can get a phone and go to bars. You feel me? Actually, I can see a phone that she might charge me. It depends on what happens. There's no way I'm doing it like this. Unless somebody pops in. But I think those people are out of the country. Those guys went to bed hours ago. So usually when my shit's popping at my shit pops more at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's crazy. Most of what streamers do, most of streaming is just having the setup look professional enough to be visually appetizing. And they do exactly what I'm doing right now, just sitting here talking. Most streamers are not funny, but everybody watches them because their setup is visually appetizing. That's the majority of it. They want to lean back and know that there's kind of artwork that they've set up on the screen. And then they just listen to a guy talk for hours about nothing. And then they go, chat, is this W Riz? Chat, is this W Riz? God damn, chat. I can't believe it, chat. Chat, is this a W? Elon Musk. Evil Musk. Where's all the people calling me a loser? I miss when I was humbling losers on the internet. I miss when the losers would scroll and say mean things, and then I would make them feel bad, and then they would subscribe and come back every day just to try to hurt my feelings. My spirit guide has told me nobody wants to wake up. They're too scared. They're too afraid. I'm channeling spirit guides. I'm channeling aliens. Ask me a question and I'll channel aliens to answer your questions and offer solutions that will save your life. Because I can do that. I was trained. I was trained to open my back chakra. If I was a bad bitch, I'd want to fuck me too. I want to see a polar bear before I die, man. I want to pet a real life polar bear. I want to pet a real live polar bear. I've already sunned all of my haters. Every night I have a group of haters that come in to try to hurt my feelings, and then I ground them. And then they come back the next day to get grounded again. So I've already grounded them all. Usually that's the eventful part, where there's a conflict, and I can beat down and destroy a child. But we already went through that today. How we feeling, chat? The people that are here are not representative of how many people are actually here. YouTube has been fucking with my shit for a month now. My peak concurrence, the people that are mainly watching all the time, are like 50. But I only ever get like 7 or 8 people in the chat chatting. It's the camera lens, and it's the yap fest I got going on. So I will go until like 45 minutes. I'm waiting for my regulars to come in for a check-in, see where people are at, see what people got going on. Peter Griff, how's it going, partner? What's happening, partner? I'm on my way to become a cowboy. It's gonna happen pretty soon. It's happening pretty soon, man. The cowboy hat's coming on. I had a Native American headdress, but a rich man swooped in and got it before I could. Let's get weird. How weird, brother? I'm an alien. I'm an alien from the 5th dimension. Here to wake up humanity. That's not the weird I was hoping for, man. It's not the weird I was hoping for, man. Chat, you've been pretty gay tonight, man. Nigga. Nigga. Nigga, 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 nigga. I'm like 13% nigga. I don't know about that. I don't know anything about that, brother. You think Joe Biden's normal now? I think once Joe Biden dropped out of it, no, I would not. No, I would not. I'm as straight as an arrow, man. Been around too many pedophiles in my life that I can sense gayness entering my space, and I don't like it. Tell you what, man. $500. I might do OnlyFans. I might do an OnlyFans. If I have an RV and I'm doing hot tub streams and then we go hook up in the back, I wouldn't fuck a dude, but I might let dudes pay to watch me fuck a girl. If that makes me gay, I don't think that makes me gay. I think that makes me a businessman. Big business. Big women, big fun. No. But I need a computer. What should I say to there's a guy that has a computer that he doesn't use. That's everything that I need. And it's just sitting in a guy's house down the street. And he wants $550 for it. And I have something like maybe $38 to like $43. How do I give this guy $33 for a $550 computer, chat? No. I would not. Unless it was a girl that thinks she's a guy. Then I'd set her straight. Bring a trans man that was a woman around me and my father for 12 hours, and she'll go back to her roots. Because a trans woman is not a woman. No matter how much they want to say that they're a woman, they're not a woman. I would not do any butt stuff, brother. I would not do any type of anything with any form of man, except maybe talk to them through a screen like this, not sexually. You feel me? Hate to burst your bubble, boy. But I hate women, but I only find attraction in women. And I kind of hate that because nope, nothing, nothing at all. I don't know nothing about that. Keep that shit on that side of the screen, brother. I ain't doing it. The people, when my regular chatters are gonna come in, they're gonna scroll up and see this shit, bro. That's crazy. I don't know. Being a streamer must be crazy, man. Girls have it easy, man. Cinna's got it easy. I haven't checked Twitch in years. I told you, man. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening tonight, dude? You're grounded, bro. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I just felt what it was like to be a streamer, a real streamer. I've never even opened a girls kicks chat or a Twitch chat. I have no idea what it's like to be a female Twitch streamer. I've never even looked at the chat, but I'm starting to see it. What's up, brother? Yeah, I don't like gay people. Hate to say it, I don't like gay people, man. Don't like them at all. I might hire, like, you go to Vitali's stream where he was riding the horse and he had a bunch of people dressed up as tribal African warriors to catch a pedophile. And he had a gay guy that was kind of like directing the set, like making sure all the actors were ready and in place. He was like managing that. And he did a good job, man. And I also, sometimes I find the gay people on Smosh funny. I watch Smosh. That's the gayest thing about me, man, is I watch Smosh for entertainment sometimes. I watch their Try Not to Laughs. They've got gay people on that. They're like LGBTQ friendly. But I just see it as they're all mentally ill and deluded. None of those people go outside in the woods. They sit in a warehouse all day in California where there's barely any trees. So of course they're gonna be weird. I could never be weird. I've got too many evergreen trees around me, spewing out 200 years of, or 200,000 years of indigenous people and warriors and bears and all that. The aura in Vermont is too strong. It's just ruined by the white privilege and white pride. There's been too many generations of white people getting too comfortable out here that they've gone crazy. They've gone really crazy, man. They've gone real crazy. When I talk to them, it's like I'm talking to like the devil itself. It's like you think the devil is like this gross, grimy, evil husk. But no, the devil is just like caught up in a collective lie that destroys the heart. Well, you're not gonna get it either way, man. I'm glad you don't need it because I'm using it. You heard? Owen Polite. Owen Polite looks like he gets bitches. Off his profile picture, it looks like Owen Polite goes to the beach. I don't need you. I don't know who George Jones is. You're right. You're right. I'm a 33 life path, born on the 11th, that grew up completely alone in solitude on top of a mountain with a whole room of Legos to myself in a ski chalet owned by one of the wealthiest families in the world, the elites that people think are reptiles that eat and molest babies. And I couldn't tell you if I could, if I was molested. I'm failing at what? What am I failing at, Owen Polite? Can you let me know? Because I don't know. Can you put me on to how I'm failing? Am I rocking the wrong way? Rocking on heaven's door. You need to know George. Who's George Jones, man? Is he I've heard the name before. I think that Kanye West has a song that says George Jones. You piqued my interest. I don't know who George Jones is. I don't need your rocking chair. I might. I was supposed to look up Luke 21 or something, or Luke 11. Where's all the Bible thumpers? Usually my chat is flooded with people telling me I'm of the devil and I need to come to Jesus right now. Look, I'm George Jones. Oh, okay. It's not Kanye, it's smoke rolling out the window and ice cold beer sitting in the console. Memory lane up in them headlights has got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning up for real after driving, that's right. I'm hitting easy street and mud tires. Laid back swerving like I'm George Jones. Laid back rocking with no brain cells. Smoke rolling out the window. We're all aspects of the divine. We are all divine. We are all from the same thing. We are all one. Represented in different ways, and some of us have way cooler stories than others, man. I'll tell you that much. But everybody's challenged. I know the Milky Way galaxy is shaped like this, and a snail shell is shaped like this, and some leaves are shaped like this. And the hero's journey is shaped like this. And the Hopi prophecy says, as above, so below, as within, so without. The hero's journey, that picture of the snake that's eating itself, the yin-yang. There's a grand design to this galaxy, and there's a grand design to the universe. And I have secrets that would make you afraid to go outside. I know secrets about reality that would make you afraid to leave your home. And I'm on the spiritual front lines, brother. I deal with thousands of people a day. All day. Bothering me. Coming at me. Smoke rolling out the window. And ice cold beer. Sitting in the console. Memory lane up in them headlights has got me reminiscing on them good times. I'm turning up for real life drive, and that's right. I have a practice that I teach to help people with mental illness, or people that are spiritual that want to learn more, or people that are ready for the next level, or people that find me in the middle of the night on their hero's journey. I have a practice that they can start that will let them figure it out their own way, because we're all individual and unique, and we all have individual and unique perspectives and stories. Yes, I'm a 33 life path. I'm supposed to be an influencer. I'm supposed to influence the world. Smoke rolling on the window. I say it would make people scared because most people have this innate fear of the infinite because it feels like death. Like when people get really high and they have a bad trip. It's because, here's something. Here's one secret. All trips on psychedelics are bad trips. No matter what, you're gonna have a bad trip. But you're in that bad trip because it teaches you how to control your mind to make it a good trip. People that have bad trips aren't using their mind to control the trip. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you guys? So when you do psychedelics and you get terrified and people have bad trips, it's because those people are not taking control of the narrative. They're not controlling and shifting the things that they're seeing into positivity. They're shying away from it and feeling attacked by it. So it gets worse. And there's a secret, but my practice is very simple. All disease in your body is caused by parasites. You cannot get a bacterial infection by ingesting a bacteria that stimulates your body the wrong way, and then you get sick. You get a bacterial infection because there's a parasite in your body that's shitting and it's pooping in your body, and that's bacteria. And then your body is not activating its natural self-cleaning mode because you're continuously throwing sugar in to feed those parasites faster than your body can heal. And you're not getting enough sunlight to stimulate your body to start taking in what they call the electromagnetic spectrum, the ether. So when I was trained by the CIA in this. Like a woman that works for the CIA, I went to her office and I sat down and cried because I felt like there was no hope in my life after getting a brain injury. So she gave me a giant book full of this stuff, and she let me stay in a resort for a couple days, and she gave me $1,000 worth of different medications that help people with brain injuries. And then I can tell you for a fact, at least believe something that I say. I know someone that was dying of cancer where they ripped his shit out. They opened his guts every month, and they had to take out this tumor that was growing too quickly. And this guy is old. He was like late 60s. And after 6 months of this, yeah, you're starting to get gayo, and I don't want to hear that shit. Listen to what I'm saying. After 6 months of what I'm about to share with you, he's never been back. It's the same thing that I'm going to say really quick that got Dr. Sebi. People think Dr. Sebi was killed because he was starting to influence too many people about this. It's a big secret in modern medicine. We know that all of this doctor's office and stuff, all these doctor's offices and all these government institutions were governed by Freemasons, and we know those Freemasons go all the way back to ancient Egypt. We know the Rothschilds were Ra's children in ancient Egypt, and there was a bloodline that just stayed as rulers of the world, that held on to their wealth and their power and their technology, and then they went west, and then they used North America as a canvas to make their society. Rome became the Vatican and Catholicism. Great Britain became America. You feel me? The British that stayed became inbred and stupid and all this, and now they're suffering the karma that they did to others. So, really quick, not answering any questions while I do this. It's going to take like 5 minutes max. Secrets that could get me killed. And it's very simple. It's just a really simple thing that nobody talks about. So, should I sit like this where the light's on me, or should I change positions on the chair? Let's let it so I'm in the light. And I do this every live stream so far. And so far, it's helping people. I have one guy that lost 80 pounds with this, and he messaged me privately. So, the cure, I'm going to give you the cure for cancer right now. When you stop eating sugar, which is a fast-acting carbohydrate, your body has no need for sugar. Your body can survive without sugar forever. It doesn't need sugar. There's no use for sugar in the body. It can do everything it does already off fat. So we have tons and tons of parasites in our body. Those parasites eat at us. When you smoke cigarettes like this, it damages your cells, and then those damaged cells replicate with cancer, and it grows. When you stop eating sugar, your body goes into something called ketosis, the keto diet. After it gets into ketosis and you start to feel this gross smell in the back of your throat, your body switches modes and it looks inside itself and it looks down. You heard me? I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna mute you in a minute. It looks inside and it sees what's not serving the body, what's keeping the body from getting back to peak performance, our natural state. Our body has homeostasis, so it's designed to come back and heal itself naturally with all the different organs in our bodies doing biological functions. You feel me? Yeah. I'm gonna still tell you, but we're gonna go 30 minutes. So, when it looks inside, and you don't have any sugar to feed the damaged cells, because when sugar, a fast-acting carbohydrate, goes inside, those things have a chance to eat it up. When you have tons of sugar in your body, and you don't have periods of fasting like this, you're feeding those damaged cells and allowing them to grow quicker. But when ketosis activates, and you're in ketosis, then it does what they call autophagy and apoptosis, which is your body's self-cleaning mode, where it automatically knows to eat the damaged cells and the parasites and the cancer first. So your body, when you stop eating sugar and you get into this fasted ketogenic state, it goes in and cleans itself. How it does this is it makes acetone from the fats in your body. And that acetone is like, it dislodges all the shit in your veins. It goes in and gets all the metals and minerals out of your brain and it moves it down to be processed in your stomach. It opens up your blood vessels again. And it goes in and just cleans out the garbage in your body. That's why if you when you have a hard days of work and you're working out a lot and you're eating healthy and you're eating right, and then you go for like a donut or you go to McDonald's and it's disgusting for you, because your body naturally knows that that's full of disgusting shit that it doesn't want in itself. It's unpure. It's gross. It's against the body. So the cure for cancer is to just continuously keep eating the cells, taking out the bad, not letting the cells grow, and then taking in the good stuff. Multivitamins, probiotics, because your gut fauna and flora, your workers in your gut, are a factory to produce the chemicals in your brain. Most people that are depressed have destroyed gut microbiomes, and they're only depressed and unhappy because their body literally can't create those chemicals anymore. They're not able to feel happy because their gut has been destroyed and their factory no longer works. They've fired all of their employees, so to say. So what the people in the CIA do, CIA people that astral project, or just people in the military that have brain injuries, is that they go out and they fucking eat worms. I know a guy in the military, like a high-level guy in the military, that he said when he was overseas, he'd just go and rip out tons of worms, and he'd go smell the shit of the people in the thing. And he said that that's because it stimulates his immune system, because he had a brain injury where those organs stopped working, so he had to fast. He had to sit out in the sun for 12 hours a day by himself, remembering his old memories and trying to build himself back up after the trauma had destroyed him. You feel me? So that, multivitamins, good protein, omega-3 fatty acids, which is what your brain is made out of, or you can get it straight from fish as the form that your brain is actually made out of, what's called DHA, which is a chain of amino acids. You could either take in the amino acids, give it time for your body to build it, and then it will repair your brain, or if you want to do it faster, take it directly from fish, get those DHA, and that's easier to process and go right to your brain. Then it's just cold showers and exercise in the mornings, cardio, in the ketogenic state. A simple way to do it is to just only eat from 12 to 8 p.m. and then have small meals with no sugar in that. What most people do that take this seriously is they have raw eggs that they put in a fucking cup, and they put all their pills in the eggs, and they just drink that, and that's their meal for the day. And then when they're ready to start taking in information to tie mass from the Higgs field and the ether into their system to build their aura and their presence and their identity, to start daydreaming and manifesting, then they'll have a meal like 4 to 6 hours later. You feel me? I could feel when chat becomes a black hole of negativity. But that's the truth. That's something you'll never get anywhere else. That the doctor's office purposefully hides those processes from people so that they keep coming back to pay them. And they're willing to let tons and tons of people die because they won't tell them that all they have to do is stop eating and your body will heal itself naturally. You feel me? There you go. If you're still here, let's see if I can undo what he said. I didn't mean to delete everything. I just wanted him to listen. It seemed like he got snotty toward the end. People always trying to prove themselves instead of listening to the truth. Is that word called pretentious? Was he acting pretentious, chat? Did he ask me any questions? He asked me if I knew what Masonic lodges do. Sometimes people put the shorts on with the guys naked and going in front of the Grand Master Mason, and they talk about all the things that he did, and then they whip this naked boy as a punishment, and the guy's going, oh, oh. So that doesn't really sound like shit I want to be a part of. And I know for a fact that I've met a satanic high wizard before, and I didn't know that that's who he was, but I kept running into him. And then a year later, he just did a podcast with the Almost False podcast, and he came out about what he used to do for the music industry and for the wealthy elites as a satanic high wizard. And I would just meet that guy randomly at 3 o'clock in the morning on the Burlington bike path on my way to my tent when I'd go to rest before I woke up to ride around town doing my missions, my side quests, my daily quests, and then on the way I ended up exposing that something wants me to keep going on the satanic route. Yeah, they said that they do spells, so basically they take, when a baby's born, it's very pure, it's got all these good emotions where it's happy and screaming full of joy, it's got a stronger connection to God, or spirit, or the great spirit, or divine, or source, and God had a plan for that thing. So what they do, at least what they think that they do, is that when they can get it right before it crowns, so they wait for the baby to be right before it's about to crown, and then they just quickly go in and poke it and kill it and then pull it out. They just put it right through the brain and kill it, right into the third eye, and kill the baby. And then supposedly there's some type of alchemical transmutation of Higgs field aura energy with connection to source and spirit, and that satanic high wizard knows how to take that into his spirit, in his mind, from the woman like a vampire leeching the life force, and then he uses it, and then with something on the other side converts that to manifest the desired reality or the desired timeline or an event or a characteristic or a certain like aura for the host that had paid the organization a lot of money. Like that, when I forgot the video, but Katy Perry has a video of a literal ritual going on with the satanic high wizard. In the video, the guy that wears the top hat and the suit with the skull on it. I had a dream last night that there was a skeleton with a Native American headdress that was one of my ancestors, and he was trying to get into my body and replace my bones. He was trying to kind of take over and become my skeleton. Which, that's weird, right? So yeah, what else was I gonna say? Talking about satanic high wizards, talking about Burlington, talking about, I wind up in places when I'm traveling, and I just naturally kind of, the story opens itself up to me where people come to me and tell me things that are happening in some type of system, like a youth program or a police precinct or maybe a Masonic lodge or maybe like an economic services, and there are people in power doing wrong things, and then I could either just let it go and see what happens, but usually I fight to find a way to make that right, to correct the situation. So one example was there was a youth organization that dealt with homeless children that were 15 to 21, and there was a guy that worked there that would pull the girls aside and say, "Hey, if you need a place to stay tonight, I don't think it's safe for you to be outside in Burlington. Come, go stay with my friend. He's really chill." And then if she went there and then she fucked the guy, that guy would give the guy in the program some amount of money. I'm not sure how much, but it was definitely more than $100. It might be 500 to 1,000. Probably like whatever his weekly paycheck is. He would give him a weekly paycheck if that guy got a girl that was a minor out of that program and at the to the guy's house and they hooked up, which is pedophilia. So what I did, I took it to the local news. I took it to Vermont Digger, and I had him pull the tape recorder out, and I gave my testimony. I said, "Hey, I've heard multiple stories from multiple sources, both adult and child, that there are people in that program that keep trying to get girls to go to guys' houses, and when they go, the guy tries to sleep with them." And he said before to the girls, and it's happened multiple times, that adults in other programs have heard about what's happening, that there's a pedophile paying for this guy to groom minors and bring them to that guy's house. It's probably a bunch of different guys. And Vermont Digger didn't do anything about it, but that guy mysteriously got fired after I called other organizations connected to that program and asked them what they knew about that, if they knew what was going on. What's funny is that the girl that I spoke to was, I was 23 at the time, I'm 24. This girl was only 27. Her name was Kat, which is a big symbolism in my life. I run into people named Kat or cats or lions or stuff like that. Like I have a puma bag, stuff like that. I'm born in the year of the fire cat. It's big for the symbolism of my life when you look at it at a more grand scheme of themes and motifs and narratives. This girl in another program I was trying to get into to get money to fix my old computer last year and to get a camera for YouTube content. And they let me in the program. They were excited. They were going to make me into like set an example. Like when I get successful, they're going to say, "Look what our program does. Look, our program makes kids' dreams come true. We're going to help you." Then the next, like a couple days later, I called the same girl and I was like, "Hey, I've been hearing stories about these guys at the Spectrum Youth Center." And then I went like, this girl told me this. Someone else at the Howard Center told me about this. Someone that quit the Howard Center because she heard about what was going on and brought it to her supervisor, and her supervisor told her to shut up about it, hush about it. So she quit. Told me about this. "Do you know anything about that?" And then she immediately she said, "I'm sorry, but I don't think you're a good fit for our program. Have a nice day." So it's a lot bigger than we realize. And what that organization also does, the Spectrum Youth Center, is it weekly, so every week there's a new group of kids that run away from home and they're troubled youth. Weekly, drag queens and transgender people come in to do an education for those kids, where a drag queen that's like dressed up like the Californians with like their nipples out and the spotted shirts, checkered shirts, like fishnet shirts, with their tits out, and like a dick that you can see right in the kid's face, sitting down with them and being like, "It's okay to be like this." And these kids are just homeless, avoiding crackheads that are trying to molest them and get them hooked on crack, suffering outside in the cold all day with no resources and mental health issues, confused about life. And then they have got this guy trying to groom the girls and get them away, trying purposefully making sure that more masculine kids aren't a good fit for the program, so they only have kids that are mentally susceptible in that program, and then they bring in drag queens. So I'm pretty sure that that's what I heard from the High Wizard, is that satanic covens are a lot bigger than we realize. There are a lot of people that understand this as a spiritual world, and that you can do a lot more than we realize. And a lot of them are in branches of government, like court officials that try to harvest the life force of the defendants, and state police that go out of their way to abuse minors, and the judges give them 30 days and 6 months probation for rape of a minor. And that's my judge. Gave multiple state police officers 30 days when the kids came out and finally spoke out that they got pulled over on a back road and the cop raped them. And the judge gave them 30 days in prison and 6 months of probation. And then the cop doesn't have to resign. You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? Every day of my life, I'm bothered by what seems to be like an NPC demonic war. Thanks, man. It's not mine. This is a state building. This is a big mountain behind me. What the fuck? This is a big mountain up there, and I climb to the top of the mountain every morning, and I sit overlooking this place, and then I come down during the day, and this are all state buildings. So I sit here and live stream. I'm trying to get money I'm trying to get $60 for a phone. And then once I get that phone, then I can start to do more. But right now my priority is a phone. And now I have a bike, so I'm trying to get that bike fixed. So while we're on the way, I just wake people up to truths about reality. I help them break out of their mental barriers, and we tell fun stories, and I help people with their content creation stuff and help their artistry, stuff like that. Well, I'm trying to convince this guy down the street to let me have his nice gaming computer that he doesn't use. But he wants $550 for it, and I've only got $38. And every job that I've applied to hasn't hired me. It's either I cut my hair or I'm unemployed. This place is still prejudiced. It's still white America here. So instead I ride my bike through and sing Native American songs. And I take shits on their porch. Half broken, kinda chubby, but all the Indian girls love me. Yeah. Chat, should I get a parrot? Should I get a parakeet, chat? Or do you think it'll get killed by a hawk if I live out in the woods? Zach Masterson. Appreciate it, man. Prayers definitely work. Group prayers work a lot. So if we go, thank you, God, for letting us be alive today. Thank you for letting us experience this. Please allow us to become better versions of ourselves, to be able to open up more doors and do more, to enjoy life more and be a shining light for others. Please give us the strength and courage to persevere and allow us to feel at peace and happy and grateful for the moment so that we can continue to keep enjoying every moment that we're in, and give us opportunities to do more and do better and do greater and do more with the playground in front of us. I will fight somebody to the death right now, but I'm terrified to open my third eye. Does that make me a pussy? Like, I'm not afraid to go fight somebody bigger than me right now. I'm not afraid to go at a cop that's clutching his gun, waiting for me to do something, and then for me to say the things that trigger his emotions. I'm not afraid to run through the woods in the middle of the night in pitch black, but I'm terrified to open my third eye and connect to higher dimensions, because it's overwhelming. Because there's a lot more I can do. It's becoming more and more obvious that I'm a high-level empath, and that I've always been that. I live in that world more than I live in the 3D. You feel me? It's getting harder lately since the attacks have gotten stronger. There's been more and more angry, prideful, white, privileged pussies coming at me all day. And then crows. Like, the people, like, the closer I get to God, the more and more it's like a war zone when I have to go do what I want to do in town. More and more people, like the NPCs are now like lurching and going sideways. and like getting drawn to me and standing around twitching. As I say this, here comes, it's up when I get to this level every night, man. You can go back through all my live streams. Every night I get to this point where I start to break free a little bit. I'm always met with strangers in the middle of the night coming at me. They're walking up the street now. I guarantee if I still hold this, they'll come back over here and start twitching. Just twitching like this and standing around. It happens so much I feel like I'm in my own Truman Show. Because I'm able to recognize the patterns and the sequence of the events that happen and the timing of everything and what I'm thinking about when it happens. So what time is it? It's 2:30. I might just go to bed. I might go watch some YouTube. I was seeing if my regulars were going to pop in today. We haven't had a single regular today. We haven't had any regulars pop in today. Ain't that nuts, brother? Where's all my regulars at? Oh, we got lightning. How we feeling, chat? I'm waiting for my regulars to pop in and we'll get shit going. I woke up a bunch of people to the truth. I gave them a skill and a practice to, fuck you, I caught it this time. I gave them a skill and a practice to heal their bodies and minds, to be able to house and produce the chemicals necessary for happiness, to cure their own depression. And now there's a bunch of weird, every night we have this same sequence where random people show up and they start standing around me twitching. So I'm waiting to see what they do today. I'm feeling more active today. I'm feeling more... That was weird. Okay. I just need omega-3s and protein and then we're good. I'm excited. The sky's lighting up. A lightning bolt struck through the sky, and now the sky is permanently brighter than it was. It's getting eventful, man. I bet there's more spiritual people joining. The more spiritual the people that join are, the more further along on this journey that I'm telling people to do with the fasting sunlight probiotics, stacking up their personality, their energy. The more of those people that join, the weirder my outside world becomes. I start to get real events the more people that show up. When it's just the angry kind of nothingness, it's just saying the same shit, the same negative stuff, nothing happens. But when people join that are more spiritually invested and in tune with themselves, then I get things like lightning streaks, and now the sky is permanently brighter than it was. Where lightning came from over there and then struck across the whole sky. So no, I'm just waiting for regulars to pop in. I'm waiting for regulars to join. Let's see what kind of characters enter the simulation. I did have somebody that offered me an Indian headdress, but he said that he put it on Marketplace and someone offered him way, way more than it was worth, because he's like a rich white. He wants it on like a mantelpiece in his house. So he was like, "I'll pay you $1,000 for it," and that guy only wanted $40 for it. You feel me? So I lost that. But the guy sent me a YouTube video on how to make my own. Usually I have a bunch of things that I'm excited to share with you, but I think that I've said it so much that um, there's nobody that's, when I talk like this, has to be somebody on the other end that is ready to receive that information. When I have things to share, it only matters when there's other people that it's going to impact. So I guess those people, maybe I'm not in a position to reach those people. I've reached everybody that I could right now. So we're waiting for the next moment. I don't like that. I don't like when people show up and they circle me. It's always, there's somebody that joins my live. And every time they join my live, then the people start showing up. No, today it's the emergency broadcast system, which is weird. So look at all these buildings. You see all these lights? All these big buildings? There's nobody in these buildings. There's nobody for about 2 football fields. There's nobody here. What couch? What couch? I want to hear you say what couch. I want you to say the couch. What couch you talking about, man? See, there's nobody here for 2 football fields, but somebody joins the chat every night. And then when that happens, then my whole simulation gets eventful. Like now it was completely empty. There was nobody here. And now there are cars driving really slowly around me. The emergency broadcast system just went off. There were people that were walking in circles around me. Like behind me in this building where there's nobody, the emergency broadcast system just started going off, and I heard a woman's voice, and then the TV, and then getting cold chills. So somebody joined the chat. It started to make my environment get a little chaotic. DM said show the couch. I want to hear DM tell me what couch before I show the couch. If he's not going to, if he scrolled past, or if he's not real. I live in a simulation, and then there's somebody that joins my chat every night that when it happens, shit goes crazy. Like I'll be at peace for like 12 hours and I'll have nobody come, and I'm unbothered, nobody's around me, the whole place is empty. And then something happens every time I go live at some point with some other chatter, some other viewer, that then people start showing up, car alarms start going off, crows start cawing at me, police show up, random strangers walk up to me and they stand like right next to me and start twitching. Then I'll like have to shift it to positivity, and then butterflies in the middle of the night, butterflies will fly around me. Sometimes I can open up my third eye and I start to see aliens and channel higher dimensional beings that have information. So it must be an influential person. I know for a fact that there's a guy that has 230 subs. Here's my butterfly. Maybe I can show you. For proof. I don't know. It might be Heather, somebody I know personally. It might be my mom. This might be like my mom lives in this story where I need help and I have so many problems. And my mom's an Aquarius, a very powerful Aquarius. So her narratives that she can make in her mind are very powerful. And her life is chaotic and horrible, where all these things come to her head and she thinks all these horrible things are happening. Either way, it only shows up when I mention it. Here's it going right to left. So it's never here all night, and then in the sequence of events, it shows up, and it always goes right to left. Because I've asked the universe if I'm on the right path, if I'm being positive and I'm going towards ascension, if I'm doing the right thing, to put something right in my face, right to left, and then if I'm doing the wrong thing, left to right. And I have tons and tons and tons of videos where that expresses itself. The best one I could show, here's just to show you. Can you see it? I think that's still a moth. Sometimes they are actual butterflies, like yellow butterflies. But either way, that flew right in front of my face, right to left. And also, a lot of times it'll come right in front of the camera and just start buzzing like this on the live streams. And now the two things, they're two different types of moths, but they're dancing with each other. That was weird. So something just happened where he asked about Satan, and then my live cut off for a second. When it buzzes like that, when I get actual interference on my connection, sometimes I get interference on my connection, and then I get a notification for different Freemasonic groups. Or sometimes I get notifications about that guy that goes on podcast to talk about how to join the CIA. And I honest to God have had somebody come up to me and talk about my live streams because I was trying to get everybody to fast. I don't know if you saw that. So, did you see it? It landed on a moth landed on my hand left to right when I was going to talk about Satan and God. Hold up. So the moths go right to left, stay as long as I'm staying positive. And I hold the connection. Oh yeah, my mom, chaotic stuff. I think when she joins, my world gets chaotic. Here's another moth that's come up to me. There's no light here. There's no reason. This is a moth I've never seen before in my life. And it just wants to hang out with me. Okay, I heard something in my head that said nature wants a connection. So the bugs are coming in when I was talking about connection to nature. Because imagine them like nodes of a network, so they're helping bring the internet over here. They're like routers or hotspots on a phone. Yeah, what's Dramamine? Dramamine? Shit like that is not what we want today, brother. Bam. Grounded. I heard Holy Temple. Now I'm hearing Quetzalcoatl. What's that Aztec god? Quetzalcoatl. What's that? Something wants me to Google Quetzalcoatl. When I go, there's a field that I go to on the other side of town. That when I go there, I only went there because there were a bunch of Irish people playing bagpipes, and that's how I found that place. I followed the sound of bagpipes across town to this place, and it's really nice. And I sat on a couch. I carried this giant couch into a field, and I sat in the field and opened my mind to try to see if I could really channel. Because I know I can call lightning down. I know I can make deer comfortable enough to sit with me. I know I've had all these spiritual initiations and experiences. So I just went there. Hold up. I was gonna share something, and then you just saw me jolt. Something hit the side of my head. Because people aren't ready for that. But I'll say that I did something that allowed me to realize a higher dimensional awareness of their relationships and the community in the town and how they work together. And I was sitting on a couch, and I brought this piece of the couch with me. So that random guy came in for a split second and said, "Show us the couch," and then left. The only help that I need is financial. I'm going to say it again. The only help that I need is financial. Do you guys ever sit down and then suddenly songs start playing in the back of your head? Where nothing's really going on, you're like not really thinking about much, and then suddenly a song starts playing in your mind. And it will keep playing over and over again until you focus on it, and then the song kind of changes. But yeah, I'm just waiting for some regulars to check in. You have to stay positive. As long as you're staying positive, the world is fun. Don't delude yourself, but keep it positive. As long as you stay positive, things go your way. It's just being able to hold on to that positivity and kind of steer the ship and guide the ship in the right direction. And then the universe works for you. It's always working for you, but it's whatever you focus on grows. So when you focus on that positivity and you hold that excitement for life, you're able to operate from passion and act on your passions. And then shit goes crazy. Life gets crazy when you go down that road, that way. Life gets really fun. That's when you start to meet like the cooler people and the better people, and opportunities open up. And you can take risks that lead to really bountiful rewards. You feel me? I'm thinking of making a headdress. You want to go to Taco Bell? I love Latinas. Purple bacon. I love me some Latinas. How can America hate indigenous people so much, but they love Latinas? At 3 o'clock, it's 2:52. At 3 o'clock, I will open my Arizona iced tea, and I will drink that bitch. I need some flavor. I only go to Taco Bell when I need some flavor. Y'all like Jelly Roll's music, guys? I don't really like Jelly Roll's music. There's someone there suffering from eczema. I want to tell you there's someone in the crowd with eczema, and God is telling me to tell him to use antibiactin, ivermectin, there's someone in the crowd that's taking Ozempic, and he's got 2 left feet when he dances, and I need to tell him that everything's gonna be okay. I only talk to God when I need to hear more of his music. I didn't like Lonely Road at all. Lonely Road was not a good song. But Son to Me by MGK, way better than Zach Bryan. I like Zach Bryan more than MGK, but MGK's Son to Me was way better than Zach Bryan's version. Swear to God, chat. I swear to God, chat. You picking up what I'm putting down? I swear to God, chat. I only go. Yeah, you think when the earth quakes, it's because Queso stood up? You think every time Queso stands up to go to the fridge and when he sits back down, we have another 9.5 earthquake. Queso is literally killing the Adirondack Mountains right now. This year's been crazy, man. We had so many earthquakes, we had tornadoes, we had floods in New England. We had tornadoes and floods that have wiped out small towns across New England. And we had an earthquake that fucked up a lot of Connecticut and Massachusetts. New England is taking hits this year, bruh. New England is having a tough time this year, bro. I imagine that the New York City skyscrapers were built to withstand tsunamis, but tsunamis are coming, man. Tsunamis are a real thing. What the fuck is that? Since when do we have street sweepers? I gotta piss now suddenly. I looked over at the street sweeper, I got a cold chill, and now I need to piss. Oh, he's coming for me. He's coming for me. I suddenly had to piss to get away from the street sweeper. I gotta piss. So I've been doing the fasting. I've been fasting and my body's clearing up all the garbage in my system and it smells bad. I smell bad, bro. I smell horrid. I smell horrible. Because my body's kicking out all the garbage. It just got cold. Shit got colder than a mother when that sweet sweeper showed up. That sweet sweeper. I'm taking a piss, chat. I only talk to Todd when I eat my capers. You need to be positive. You need to think everything's going to go your way. Everything is great. Stop believing the narrative. Stop projecting the bad stuff. Stop projecting bad shit onto other people, fam. You gotta stop. Because it's hurting your family. Having a major narcissist in your family destroys the whole family. When you let the narcissist in your family slide and keep spewing out the garbage, it ruins everything for everyone. My mother needs to go on the pillories and get pelted with tomatoes. Chat. I don't even know if my dad is alive. I only eat some slop when I need tomatoes. I told the line like my name Mater. I took a pill in the beans. What the fuck was that? Fuck you. Go fuck your mother, eh? I hate white people. I hate white people. I'm not a fan of white people. There's good and bad for everybody. I just haven't seen the bad of other people. I've only seen the bad of white America. And let me tell you, man, it's real bad. Slob. Slob. Thank you for 250 subscribers. I'm doing everything I can with what I'm given. I got mad and I broke a bunch of shit here because I was tired of how they were treating me so disrespectfully. But I'm picking it up because I'm tired of the drama. I'm trying to be the better person. It's hard to be the better person when the other people are so bad. You feel me? Is it 3 yet? It's 2. I'm gonna go drink my Arizona iced tea. Corn on the cob. I'm back on my terrace. I'm back on my porch. I'm back on my eagle's perch. It's not that I wouldn't work, it's that when I tried, it didn't work. It didn't fucking work. I have to go. How many towns have I been to now? 1, 2, 3, 4 towns since I broke down. It's almost like I'm supposed to go somewhere and I can't be tied down. I can't sacrifice parts of myself working, submitting myself to an employer, signing my life away, because then I wouldn't be unique. You picking up what I'm putting down, guys? Aww. Check in with me and do your job. Where's the regulars, fam? They're all in bed. So I'll go to let's go to 2. I'll go for another 18 minutes max, unless it pops off. I think I might just go now. I'm starting to get something in the town came at me the same way that tons and tons of bugs came over here and then landed next to me. Tons of people came on the other side over there and the emergency thing went off. Who joined my chat that made the emergency alert go off, made tons of strangers walk around twitching really weird, and then made a bunch of butterflies and moths come around me here? Why did it get suddenly eventful for 5 minutes? What happened, chat? What happened, chat? Why did it get so crazy suddenly? Fuck. My whole universe got very chaotic for 5 minutes in the middle of the night. We had car alarms go off. We had the emergency signal go off on the TV in the building. We had tons of bugs show up and then leave. We had tons of people running around frantically, and then it all just disappeared and we came back to normal. It was like a really chaotic 5 minutes. Did I miss like some presidential alert or something? The power didn't go off. All these people shove so much food down their gullet. I only have 2 Arizonas a day, and it's nice. I feel just as satiated having 2 Arizonas at the end of the night than I was when I was stuffing everything that I had in my kitchen down my throat when I was in public housing. When you live outside, you can't overeat. Your body like naturally doesn't want it. If I'm out in the woods, I can't have like the gas station food. My body rejects it immediately. Like before, as soon as I pick it up, my body's like, get that shit away from me. Throw that shit out. And even the squirrels don't touch it. The only animals that I see that eat gas station food are skunks and seagulls. Crows don't touch it. Raccoons don't like it. Whatever the gross shit that they put in the chicken empanadas at the gas station, nobody wants. So I extended myself into the ether to ask what you wanted to hear, and I heard one of your voices ask about Revelations. and how to prepare for revelations. And it still is the kind. It's definitely like having the right supplements every day, having a consistent routine to keep you going in the right direction, to allow your body to house positivity by healing yourself biologically, getting all the things that aren't serving your body out so that you can restructure your priorities and you can feel things more vividly, getting all the parasites out that a lot of people think are demons, that was the demons from the Bible people think are actually what we call parasites now. Getting those out by fasting the same way that you would fast a demon out 2,000 years ago. You fast the parasites out of your body so that you can come back to God or the natural connection to the Wi-Fi of the ether, healing your body's biological hardware through fasting sunlight. You know it. That's there. Then it's just positivity, and then the rest of it is just restructuring your belief systems and your thoughts and your mental structures, your philosophy, building the right structure to house the right experience that you want. And then I really encourage everybody to stay in a place of humility so that you're able to recognize when people are not, when they're too far off from grace. And grace is not like an overarching pride about what they read in scriptures. It's being able to be more of yourself fully and express yourself without trying to hurt or control others. Instead of focusing on what you can control, shift your energy into what you can create. And then once the highest form of evolution that you can have, if you're on a spiritual journey for God, eventually the best thing you can do is kind of be like this kind of solitary artist where you put your focus more into, you kind of keep that private because you learn to appreciate other people and you let them be themselves and appreciate them for who they are. You're able to step back. That's the thing that they talk about, learning how to go inside and step back in your mind. I've been studying this shit, man. I've been studying how to do it, fam. I've been studying. I've been finding the common denominator between all these different channels that I see on YouTube of people that have devoted 50 years of their life to talking about this stuff. So I know what I'm talking about, fam. I have the keys to the universe at my fingertips. I think that I'm a converter. I think that that's mainly what I've become. I don't know if it's necessarily my purpose, but I'm naturally, like, as I'm sitting here and I close my eyes, I can feel tons of spirits because I've gotten better at it. I wasn't able to do it before, but now I'm able, because I've been doing it for a long time now. I can see it really vividly. I can see that there's like a bunch of shit that I can't describe to you with words. But basically when it got chaotic and a bunch of these things happened around me, it distracted me from the fact that something had come out from the town and latched onto the side of me when I was like, I just got a cold chill. And then that thing is now here. See, another lightning streak went across the sky, and now the sky is brighter. The sky keeps getting brighter. It's 3 in the morning, the sun's not coming up anytime soon, but every time a lightning strikes, the sky gets brighter. So if you think about it as frequency, when I start to channel positivity and the thing goes off, and now my world is brighter. Does that make sense? It's gonna be okay. My teaching, if I had a teaching, is to just look around your environment and find ways to make it um, change the structure to allow people to do more. So, like clearing out a garage and putting a bench press in a little home gym so that people have an outlet, like a new experience that they can do in their daily habits, a new aspect of their life to take them on a journey like that. You know, like putting an easel or a canvas in the corner of your room so that when you get bored or something, you can walk up and just start painting. Eventually, it restructures your mind and it teaches you new things, cool new things, a different means to express yourself and go down different roads. And then you find out more of what you like and more of what you don't like. You feel me? Do it. That's the highest level game that Casey Francis O'Brien has to come down and bring to the world is that the world needs more outlets for people to express themselves in different ways. It needs public gyms. It needs muscle beaches. It needs more dams. It needs more solar panels. It needs more Ferris wheels that aren't just roving carnivals. It needs drones that look like dragons. Instead of like the little quadcopter drones, it's literal dragons that you can pilot in the sky like that. It needs like wingsuits where you could put two drones on your arms and then those drones can fly you around in the sky. With metal cages around the propellers to keep you from getting your hair caught in it and shit. That'd be cool. I just saw because technology is so far advanced than people realize. So we don't really have a need to have like a these metal struts that go in the ground and then they go all the way up the tree and then they wrap around the top and then you have this really cool flower petal array of solar panels on top of the tree. But that's a really cool way to have solar power in forest environments is to set up this giant kind of flower of life arrays on that blend in with the trees at the top that can take power and go all the way down. And then you just have like a rope ladder or something made of like that reinforced steel wires, whatever you call them, with the metal steps on it that you can just pull a cord and then it plops down from the branches that you can climb up instead of like a rickety rope ladder so that you can get up there and fix the solar panels on the trees. And then from the sky, it just looks like there's a bunch of flowers blooming from the top of the trees. Wouldn't that be cool? When I sit alone in my mind, I create my own orchestra and symphonies. My whole day is me like leading symphonies in my mind, like entire string sections and choirs. So yeah, that's my TED talk. Thank you for watching, man. Keep it positive, keep it pushing, pussies.